Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are the Mighty Guru Yogurt. I'm on a Peak District tour, as you all know from the last couple of videos. Today I'm in Hathersage, which is where I'm going to be camping this evening. Hathersage is a little village in the Dark Peak, what's known as the Dark Peak. There's the White Peak, which is south of here, the limestone valleys and cliffs. In the Dark Peak you have predominantly gritstone edges, elevated moorlands and some fabulous places to go and see. There's a lovely little circuit that you can do from here and I'm going to show you it now. It takes in some spectacular landscapes and some really interesting roads. Let's go and have a look. As we ride through Hathersage from the Castleton side, we go through the centre of the village, and just at the crest of the hill here there is a left turn which takes us up onto the moors. And we go down School Lane. Up a fairly steep hill out of the village, and then things start to look very different. Take a look at that. That is one of my favourite views in all the world. I'll stop shortly and point a few things out. In front of us now is Hathersage Edge, the most impressive gritstone edge in the whole of the Peak District, in fact in the whole of the country. It starts over there on the right and it runs for around about 5 kilometres all along the ridge there, and for 5 kilometres you have nothing but absolutely fantastic rock to climb on. There's somebody going climbing. And this takes us along parallel with the very far end of Hathersage Edge. We head up now to the top of the moor, and then a whole new landscape will open up before us. There we go, look at that. Ahead of us now is another gritstone edge, and this one is called Burbage Edge. Not as big as Hathersage Edge, and the rocks aren't as high, but again some very delightful rock climbing to be had in the Burbage Valley. I'll stop on the other side of the edge here and we can have a look down the valley itself. through the gate here, and then there is a path that leads all the way down the valley right to the other end, which is where we'll be going shortly. So there we go, Burbage Valley, fabulous place. And off we go again. The sun's actually beginning to come out a bit more now. It is supposed to be sunny spells and the occasional shower for the rest of the afternoon. I do enjoy these wide open spaces. Up ahead you can see Sheffield. A few things to say about what's coming up shortly. This afternoon I'm going to be having a ride down into Matlock and Matlock Bath. We'll be going through the Chatsworth estate and various other places. We're going to be having a right turn here. Onto Sheep Hill Road. And then of course tomorrow afternoon I'm heading down to Birmingham to go and see me grandkids. I'm looking forward to that one. For now I'm doing this little circuit that I wanted to share with you, and then I will be heading to the campsite, hopefully getting the tent up, and then off down through Chatsworth to Matlock. And I'll find a little pub to sit in with some Wi-Fi and get some film editing done before heading back to the campsite this evening, where I'm going to do a little demonstration of my favourite camping stove. I was watching last evening in the hotel the latest video from Matt's Life. If you're not familiar with Matt's Life, you should go and check out his channel, have a look. He's not been going long, but he's certainly putting a lot of effort into getting his content out there. And he most recently did a review of 3 different camping stoves that he used on varying trips. One of them was the Trangia setup, which I've never liked, to be honest. I have owned one in the past, never found it all that good. The other one was a cheap £20 Amazon camping stove, and the third one was a Jetboil. I've never wanted to have a Jetboil. I'm just not impressed by the way they look. I also think they're a little bit limited in what you can do with them. But anyway, I'll be showing you what I prefer when I get to cook my tea tonight. So we come down from the moors, well, halfway down from the moors, and we're on the Hathersage Road, which links Sheffield with Hathersage. And we are now turning right and heading back towards Hathersage. Now, this is a particularly nice bit of road here. It heads steeply uphill across the moor here and then drops down into Hathersage. As you drop down into Hathersage, you get to a little place that is known as Surprise View. And if you've never been there before, you might be mildly surprised by what you see when you go through a little gritstone canyon. But I'm afraid when you've done it, I don't know, hundreds of times, it's no longer surprising, is it? We're now approaching the Fox House Inn, and on the left here is a turn down to Froggatt Edge. We'll be having a look at Froggatt Edge on the way down to Matlock. And there we have a view over the moors back towards Castleton, which of course is where I started off this morning. We've now reached this little bend in the road here, which is the bottom end of the valley that we were just looking down, the Burbage Valley. This particular spot here is known as Toad's Mouth. We're now approaching the Surprise View car park. And just beyond this is the Surprise View that I mentioned earlier. And there we are. That's the Surprise View. The road now descends into Hathersage, where I'll be taking a right turn up to the campsite. But I'll show you that in the next video. So thank you all for watching. Thanks to all my new subscribers. As I always say, there's a lot more content to come. One a day for the rest of the year. Oh yes. And if you like what you've seen and you haven't yet subscribed, now might be the time to do it. Anyway, thanks once again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.